all of us, because of the fall, our default is rebellion. Now, you might say, but I'm born again. Listen, when you're born again, when you believe in Jesus, you put your faith and trust in Jesus, before you're born again, your rebellion has total dominion. That word flesh doesn't mean skin, really. It means our unregenerate self, that part of us that lives in rebellion. Before you're saved, that has ultimate power in your life. Right? When you believe in Jesus, that rebellion is broken. But it doesn't mean it doesn't still exist. Okay? Its absolute sovereign power is not there, but it still plays. And that's why you have in the book of Romans, Paul goes through all these chapters talking about the flesh warring against the spirit warring against the flesh. In every one of our lives, there is the Spirit of God. If you're born again, God's Spirit lives in you and is testifying to you of goodness, of truth, of Jesus, of righteousness, of agape love. And then there's that part of us that still wants rebellion by default. That's the difference between Christianity and, modern humanism or pop spirituality. Pop spirituality says, by nature, you're good. And the Bible says, no, by nature, you're in rebellion against God. What's the difference? Christianity exalts a holy God. And the reason people would say that people are good because they don't believe in a God who is so perfect and so pure and so righteous. They don't believe in him. So, of course, well, you're good because we're all not Charles Manson or Adolf Hitler or something. See, the Bible teaches that by nature, because of the fall, we inherit rebellion. Our default is rebellion. So if God's grace is not cutting off that rebellion and conquering that rebellion is what we're going to get out of us. And so I want to encourage you guys, listen, all of us, I'm not excluding myself at all. We all live under the constant reality that we could be in rebellion at any moment. Okay? Now, that may freak you out, but the reality is that's exactly what Jesus died on the cross. So we need to wake up in the morning and say, Lord, I realize that my default is going to be rebellion unless you do something. Unless your grace covers me. Unless you let me choose with the choices you've given me to not choose living in rebellion, but to choose following you. And that's why people love Jesus and they end up in David loved God and he's killing Uriah and he's sleeping with Bathsheba. Right? That's how that happens. Because it's not that David didn't love God, but in his free will, he was choosing his own heart rebellion as opposed to choosing God's will. And there's millions of examples of this. Peter loved Jesus, but he still rejected him because he was more trying to protect himself than he was to honor God. And we're all like this. So it's important for us to remember, listen, we all have a leaning towards rebellion. And all of our rebellions look different, but it's all rebellion just the same. So we need to wake up and say, Lord, I want your Spirit to get out of my life. Because if we don't do that, there's a good chance we're probably walking in rebellion. There's a good chance that we are living rebellious lives. And there's nothing worse than rebelling against the strongest, most powerful person in the world who's got our best interests at heart. That never works. So that's the first thing. Just like the children of Israel, rebellion is our norm. And God's grace, because of the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ, makes us different. And God wants to live the resurrected life of Jesus in and through us.